Hello, everyone. Superfan Missy Z here for BigBrotherGroup.com. Along with my co-host, I have Julesy and Rick. Hello, Julesy and Rick.
Hi.
Hey.
Rick, you always look so clear. Would you like to tell everybody why?
Yes, because Catholic said to you guys, oh, it's called a MacBook, so I'm on a Mac. That's why the visual is a little clear.
I roll.
And you get my finger.
Living the bird.
Oh, yes. So having that said, let's go right into recapping what happened on Big Brother 18 this week. Julesy, I'm going to let you take the lead because I cut you off last week, so go for it.
Look, I have this much. Can you even see? I have like 5 lines.
Let's
6
go.
lines.
Let's go for it.
Yeah. Victor wins HOH in the chicken coop with the eggs. What did you guys think about that competition?
I liked it because it was a classic Big Brother competition, so I really enjoyed seeing it go down. I was surprised that he actually won. You know, yeah, he's a comp beast, and don't put anything past Victor. But I thought his bigger hands would be a downfall for him. I thought someone more like a James or Natalie might have won that competition, but Victor pulls it out, and he's a comp beast. So just add another one to his to the shelf for him.
Another one to his belt. Obviously, it's a recycled comp. I like how they brought in the bird to squish the egg. That was different. I'm sure their fingers were cut up. Like I said, who has their YouTube on?
Sorry.
Yeah, it was a recycled comp. Nothing major with it. It was difficult, though. It was a lot difficult than past seasons hitting those HOHs down, but Victor wins it again. Another one to add to his belt, just like Rick said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really liked the competition. I mean, it's one of those, I really feel sorry for them because that was a lot of work, and it's tedious work, but we've seen it before, and it makes for a good, long competition, and I love it that we were able to watch it play out. That was really cool. Thank you, CBS production, because we don't get many of them. So, but apparently the new the top, we will get to see them, so that's a good thing. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the competition, but the birds coming down and cracking their egg, that was just really funny. But in them rolling them down the little thing and not being able to knock the letters down, that was hard. It was really tough. It would even go in between the O
Mm-hmm.
and still not knock it down. That was crazy. But yeah, I thought it was good.
I thought they stepped it up, making it more difficult. I had a side bet going with our creator, Joe. He pretty much threatened me. Oh, I'm not going to say threatened. He pretty much said that this was a Corey comp, and I told him no, Victor's going to win it. And I told him to bet, and he told me he wouldn't bet, but I still won, so. Test.
I love it.
Yeah, if you guys are watching, I've got YouTube pulled up, but I still can't find comments. So if there are comments down there, we'll get them after after we end this, because we haven't figured out yet how to read your comments while we're live on the podcast, but we'll get there eventually and figure this all out. But for now, if you're commenting, we will get back to your comments as soon as we end and way. But yeah, I can't find comments right now, so
It's Julesy's endurance comp. She cannot find the comments, everybody.
Right. I'm so sorry. So, all right, moving on. Corey says, Harry Potter in his sleep. Harry Potter, Harry Potter. I'm sorry, but that is one of the funniest things ever.
We've been waiting for Corey to talk in his sleep because that's what he, we've waited all season because that's what he said in his preseason interviews, that he does talk in his sleep. So, okay, Harry Potter. At least he didn't scream the hole.
Well, out of all the things he could have been sleep talking about, that was, at least it was PG. At least it could have been a little bit more embarrassing for him. Who knows?
Well, maybe him and Jeff will be really good. He dreams about Harry Potter. Jeff talks about Harry Potter. Dumbledore, something like that. We won't go. That's history. If you're a Big Brother fan, you know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, I was hoping for something a little more juicy than Harry Potter, but that's what we got. And he also said he slept walked as well. And I think I remember hearing something about he did sleepwalk once, but I didn't see it. I went back and tried to find it and never could find it. So I don't know if he actually did or not, but the Harry Potter thing was just really cute.
Yeah.
So we got Victor back in power.
Got what?
Get Victor back in power.
Yes, we do. James tries to take the bullet for Natalie and get Victor to nominate him and Corey. What do you think about wanting to bite the bullet? Take the bullet.
I got something to say about this. James is a very, very nice guy. And he's a great, you can tell his character is, he's funny, he's a prankster, he's very sociable. Everyone likes James. Obviously, there's feelings there with Natalie, but at the end of the day, you have to say, okay, why am I ultimately here? Well, I know you forged relationships. I know they don't have any outside communication. They're living with these people from weeks and months on end. Sure, things can change, feelings develop, but ultimately you have to say, why am I here? What's the main reason? I don't know if Natalie would have, if it were the other way around, do you think Natalie would have fallen on that sword for James? Right. Exactly. So, hey, you've got this is your second chance in the game. A lot of people don't even get one chance. This is your second chance. Don't try to play the hero like you did, the previous season. Just try to win as much as you can. So, I don't know.
I'm not disappointed in James. Like you said, Rick, I can tell I have not had the pleasure of meeting him face to face. But as a read on his character, not the character in the game. He's obviously genuine, good-hearted country bumpkin boy. Fell for Meg last year. That didn't work out. They're just friends. Gets Natalie, who's an NFL cheerleader. That James is the only one who knows that, I think, up until this point. He definitely knows how to bite the bullet. It falls hard on the sword, has a genuine, good, soft heart. And Natalie, who I've adored all along, took full advantage of him. But again, he allowed her. So 2 wrongs don't make a right. I'm extremely disappointed in Natalie, but if that's her gameplay, good for her, I guess, because, who am I to judge? That's her gameplay. It's worked. She's made it all the way to the end here with James. She threw him under the bus. We saw that last night. And it's for James. I mean, he's in the DR, and he comes right out and he says, I came to play Big Brother. I've learned my lesson, but goes right back into falling on the sword. So, James, I hope that you find a really good woman out there. I don't believe Natalie is the one. I don't believe any of the Big Brother players are the one. Leave the cast alone.
Yeah.
Find yourself a good woman because you deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Here's what I have to say about this. And the last, day or 2 days, James has gotten his wake-up call, okay? He knows. He sees now. I think Natalie even made a comment that they're just going to be friends outside the house. She is not looking for anything more. So James got a wake-up call, for sure. But here's the thing. And
too late in the game. Why couldn't she have said this 2 weeks ago?
Right.
Because it's worked. Because she's 2 more places closer to winning. That's why.
She needed James. She didn't because she was using him. She's been using him all along, and he allowed himself to be used. Plain and simple. And here's your clue, okay? And I realize that inside the house is a completely different, it's crazy inside the house. It's not like reality outside the house. It's not like the real world. We all know this. But the thing of it is, okay, even inside that house, you have red flags, okay? Same thing with Zakia and Polly, okay? When Polly would never get intimate, would never kiss on her, would never be lovey-dovey, here's your sign. Here's your red flag. He's not that into you. And same thing with Natalie and James. James, I hate to tell you, buddy, but I mean, all you got for a kiss was a little peck, maybe twice all season long. And she's not that into you. It's just the way it is. You remember in the beginning, I did a, about 3 or 4 weeks in, I was like, okay, we got all these showmances, all these people hooking up, but nobody's giving me a kiss. Like, somebody just give me a kiss, in my best Tyler who sings that anyway?
Tyler.
Yes, you got it in your minds. Just give me a kiss. That's all I wanted all along, and nobody's given it to me except for Nikori. So now let's move on and talk about Nikori.
Yeah, can I mention a funny moment that happened on that episode mentioning Nikori? I think it was a moment when Nicole had mentioned how small her town was, and I think like the school, like some classrooms there was like 1 or 2 kids, and Victor and Paul were going off about, oh, let me sign your yearbook. There's one person in the class, one person signing it. I think that was a hilarious moment, and it just shows. I'm a fan of Paul and Victor too. Like he's actually come full circle in my view of how I depicted him at the beginning. So I'll admit when I was wrong, and I do enjoy watching it. But I think seeing those two banter back and forth, it really just shows what kind of true, genuine guys they are. They're still able to make fun of stuff, make light of situations, and whoever they kind of partner with, they feel close to them. Perfect example is Nikori saying, let's do Final Four, and going that route as well. So I thought that was hilarious. I thought it was a really funny Sunday night moment.
It was. It really was.
Yeah.
So
I don't like any.
Think about Nikori.
I don't like any of these people. I don't know them outside of the game.
Yes.
Inside the game, I don't like anybody who's left except for Victor and Paul.
Yeah.
They're the only two, and I'm truly sorry. I can't say that I don't like them. I just don't like their style of gameplay. I don't like how James has played. I really don't like how Nicole has played. I don't like how Natalie has played. I don't like how Corey has played. I like how Victor and Paul have played. I've said that from the beginning, though. Up until Paulie left, I was really into what was Paulie going to say next, what was Paulie going to do next. It sort of like deterred me from everybody else. But now that Paulie left, I could focus my full attention on everybody else. And again, I still say with what I said in the beginning, Paul changed his game. Victor's been given chance after chance after chance. Victor and Paul, I can tell you, outside of the game, have really genuine hearts because of what they do on the outside. So again, Nicole, I know, probably has a really genuine heart by what she does on the outside of the game. But inside the game right now, I like the two who are actually playing, and that would be Victor and Paul. And again, I'll say it again, I don't know who I would vote for. 9 out of 10, it would be Paul over Victor. And I know that's going to irritate some people and disappoint you, but that's just my own opinion and my own gut feeling.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, we really need to talk about that because there's two thoughts. There's two lines of thinking here, okay? Victor has fought his way back in the house, not once, but twice. I mean, one line of thought is he deserves to be there, okay? The other line of thought is he's been evicted twice. He was that good at this game, he would not have been evicted twice. So I can see it both ways, but just because he's been evicted twice, nobody's been given that many chances. Nobody.
That's where I'm torn, and that's where I have a really hard time being the diehard, dedicated fan that I've been since season 1. Like I said, I will love Victor to death. I know this. I can tell he has great. Everything about him is perfect. I mean, his body, his looks, all those things, but his genuine heart is what gets me the most, But in the game itself, he's had chance after chance. That's like bringing back a vet, Make it an all vet or make it all newbies. I can't say I'm disappointed with the season. I can't say I'm disappointed in the players as people. I'm disappointed in their gameplay, and I'm disappointed in the season itself. That's how I feel. I can't say that I'm out of it, but I'm kind of like out of it. I want this season to be over. Let's crown someone, and let's go right into the fall. Give us something else. Because, of course, I fed my addiction of watching Big Brother, but it's just not what I'm accustomed to. Go big or go home, and it's time to go big, Big Brother, or I'm going home.
Yeah. I absolutely, I love nobody this season. I am not, I mean, you guys know, I've been that way for the last, month and a half. I mean, I was a Frank, everybody knows I was a huge Frank fan. I love me some Frank, but since he's left, the game has just been blah for me the whole rest of the summer. It's just been blah.
It is. It's. I've discussed this again with Joe. We think that this is too long of a season with the type of players that we have in there.
Yeah, I agree.
It is. It is dragging on. One of our writers contacted me the other day and says, "I'm really sorry that I haven't been writing what's happened at night." Back to Mama T. She said because I think Nicole beat Corey 11 games out of 14 playing dominoes. Do you want me to write about that? At this point, actually, I do. You know, because I laughed so hard. I mean, there really isn't anything. Even the gameplay itself isn't there. So it's really hard to feed our addiction as Big Brother watchers, feed watchers, when really nothing's happening, including game talk. So
yeah.
So
Rick,
fizzled quickly.
Yeah, it is. It's dying for sure. So Rick, with everybody left, who are you pulling for? What do you want to see happen?
Well, it's no secret I'm a Paul fan, so I really, really hope that he can make it to the end and win it, or at least final two. Him and Victor obviously would be my perfect scenario. Whenever you see something as a perfect scenario, obviously something in the game is going to happen, possibly to throw that off. I don't know how long they could keep on going and winning back to back.
Don't jinx it! Don't jinx it! Don't jinx it!
I don't want to.
Yes, jinx it.
No. But that would be my ultimate. I love Paul, and going back to what Missy said, I love Paul because he was in there since the very beginning and had to change his game up so many times. He became a #1 target in the first couple weeks, and then became this soft, funny, sociable, guy, and totally changed his game around. So I'd love to see him be rewarded by winning, this season and going to the very end and winning it. So that's who I really have in. If Victor wins it, then that would be my second option, to be honest. I just don't want to see Natalie win it. I don't want to see Corey win it. I don't want to see Nicole win it at all. Like, I don't, just Victor and Paul. That's my perfect scenario.
Well, I love how we took this recap right into Paul and Victor.
Yes.
The show's about to start in about 35 more minutes.
Yeah.
And we haven't even discussed Natalie or James going home.
I think it's because we don't really hear.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, either one is fine, but I mean, I think we all know it's Natalie. And here's what I was going to say about, Paul, okay? The one thing I have against Paul is that rat, okay? All season long, if anything just happened in the other room, he's going to run in this room and tell you what just happened.
Mm-hmm.
And
that worked for Big Brother's resident rat, Andy, right? Remember his season? That worked for him. So.
And Andy either. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the thing with James and Natalie, it really doesn't matter who goes, but we all know Natalie is going to go, and what that brings me to is another thing that I don't understand, and what should cost Paul and Victor the game, okay? I know you guys are all Paul and Victor. Believe it or not, okay? This is crazy, I know, I realize. And I know I'm in the minority here, shocker. But I want to see James and Nicole final two. And here's why. Because Paul's game and Victor's game right out the gate was what? Get out the vets, right? Okay. How long has Paul and Victor been in control of this game? Who's still in this game? Not one, two vets. Who are they taking out tonight?
Right.
Not a vet.
Right. I get that.
Okay.
It's true. It's valid, yeah.
Let's bring up something else, too, because I saw it on Twitter before we started the show. It says that James said that he's going to throw this HOH tonight. Because
he's an idiot.
Play next week.
Say that one more time, Mel.
He wants to be able to play next week's HOH.
If you learn anything from Big Brother, when you have an opportunity, you take it. You never throw anything because you don't know what's going to happen the next week. Yeah. That's a really stupid thing.
Point in the game. Right. You're to the end. You don't throw comps now. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about last night's comp, because lots of controversy about it real quick before Big Brother starts here, about the MacGyver and Corey and the lead pipe trying to open up the manhole. I'm sorry, people. I'm super sorry to CBS. because we've heard Nicole say that they told her to fill up the water. She didn't realize that the key floated. The earpiece, it was quite obvious. He walks in and goes straight to the pipe. How did he know he needed that pipe?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what anybody says. How did he know he needed that pipe?
Especially because it looks like it's part of the set. My first inclination wouldn't be, let me go rip this pipe off the wall. I would look at it first and think, okay, that's part of it. I wouldn't think that until I saw the actual screw hole covers and then scan the room and then say, okay, look, I need this and this. But you're right, he beelined it right for that pipe.
He didn't look down.
No.
Oh, there's a manhole. Oh, there's a pipe. He went right to the pipe.
Yeah.
Now, could that have been a part 2 take? Absolutely. It really could have for footage. Because I've never been there, but I've heard from other house guests that they definitely do stop competitions to retake stuff that they need for the show.
Oh, interesting.
I think if it was rigged to the point that we think that outsiders who don't know that inside information think that, I think Natalie would call bullshit right away.
Right.
So, I mean, obviously something happened. He might have slipped and fell when he walked in there.
Right.
He fell and hit the manhole with his knee. Oh,
right. And keep in mind, they were watching. They were literally watching on the TV screen. Mm-hmm. Every person go behind Natalie. They got to watch. So, yeah, I mean, Natalie would be calling bull. Yeah.
Retake part 2 because Corey walked in, slipped on his knee as he walked in, tripped over his shoelaces. I don't care what it could be, and saw what he needed. So I know what it appears like to us. I know that when feeds go down, everybody gets mad even during endurance competitions. Even with those eggs cracking and when people fall, they double check to make sure everybody's okay. That egg cracked. Well, did his finger crack? Well, they make sure that it didn't crack. You know, is he cut? Is he bleeding? Mm-hmm. They make sure, and then they pick up. So that's just what it is. Everybody says it's rigged. It's not rigged. There's something that happened prior to that. And, of course, Nicole saying, well, they told her, well, there was something that was prior to that. It's just what they show us on TV. But Big Brother, I mean, they can influence the game, but they can't rig the game because why would people continue to play? And why hasn't one Big Brother contestant or house guest that's played the game since season 1 said, it's rigged? Because they're out of contract.
Yeah.
Not a one.
Mm-hmm. So, right.
Food for thought for everybody. Big Brother will be happening soon. We all pretty much know where us 3 stand. We want to know where you stand. Final 2. If it came down to Victor and Paul, who would you give your vote to? If it didn't, if it came down to James and Nicole, who would you give your vote to? If it came down to Corey and Nicole, give us all the scenarios in the comments here on YouTube. We will definitely read them. Until next week, guys, I think we're going to cut it so everybody can get ready for Big Brother. Let's see what happens. Let's see if what Natalie tells Julie about her relationship with James. Can we call her a snake? Or can we just, let it be? I don't know. I really don't know. I know this, though. When I do have the opportunity to have a heart-to-heart with these people, because, I do sometimes, I am going to get to the bottom because I really, really want to know. And it's okay if Natalie says to me, Missy, you know what? I played him for the game. I'm going to have to respect that. I'm going to have to respect that was her way of playing the game. But until next week, I can't wait to talk to all these house guests after because I have so many questions. Until next week, Rick, anything to say? Pop Goes Culture?
PopGoesCulture.com. Check it out. We have a short film called Him, Her, Them. A really cool short film. It's under 2 minutes. Unique. Check it out. And we'll be talking about Kings of Leon as well. So we're going to be focusing more on music this week. And again, you can follow me on Twitter at TheSlickestRick and visit the website.
Okay, Julesy.
Yeah, you guys need to join our groups on Facebook. We've got Big Brother Superfan Group, we got Big Brother 18, and we have Big Brother Group on Facebook. So get plugged into any or all 3 of those. Follow me on Twitter at JULSY7, Julesy7. So everybody grab your popcorn drinks. Missy?
I was just going to say the same thing. You can find me on Facebook, me personally, at MI55Y. our group at Big Bro Group. Carol does a great job running our Twitter. Like Julesy said, our group pages on Facebook are off the charts. I'm telling you, that's where everything is happening with over almost 8,000 members. Whew, diehard fans. Good place to be if you want to keep up. And of course, I am looking forward to Big Brother in the fall. You guys looking forward to it?
Oh, yeah.
Are you really?
For sure.
Okay. Good to know. We're addicted. Everybody's addicted. Until next week, thanks for watching, and we appreciate you very much, and have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Oh, she just got out of there. All right.
We're still live.
We're still alive. All right, Josie. We'll see you next week.
Okay.
All right, take care. Bye.